Okay, so in today's video, I actually have an update for you guys, kind of regarding my video that I made previously to this one, kind of talking about the most toxic Resident Evil YouTubers. One of the main individuals that I actually talked about in the video, he did apologize for his behavior to Raccoon City Pizza. So when I first heard that, that was great news. But then recently, he also posted another video where he actually started talking a lot of stuff against me. And what was interesting about all the points that he actually brought up in the video, most of it was baseless accusations. There was no real evidence that he showcased. And so that's why I'm not actually going to talk about the counter arguments. I'm not going to counter a lot of what he said because, as mentioned, there's no evidence there. And also, another thing to mention too is that the evidence that he did bring forth was partial, so it wasn't the full thing. As mentioned in the video, we do go over a lot of the receipts, but there were two things in the video that he said that didn't really make much sense. One of the things is that the whole video that I made, which was like an hour and 20 minutes or so, or even more, was all about him. That's not the case. If you guys have watched the video, you guys know that it was just one section. And then we actually did end up talking about 4 individuals in the whole video. The whole video was actually about an expose talking about, stuff that happens behind the scenes that a lot of viewers don't know about. So a lot of it was that. And then near the end of the video, we actually switched and actually started talking about Raccoon City Pizza's video that was stolen by this toxic YouTuber that, now has apologized to him, and kind of talking about the problems that his theory had. And then the other thing that he also mentioned that was very incorrect was the fact that he said that he felt that I hated him. And I just want to go out and say that that's definitely not the case. Nothing in the video is me kind of hating on any of these individuals, because as mentioned, we talked about 4 individuals. If anything, it's me hating on the toxicity of basically the person's behavior on how they navigated throughout this whole situation. That's basically what the video was about. And the other thing that I should also mention too, on the reason as to why I chose the word toxic, for those of you that might not understand why I said that, because, as many of us YouTubers, when we make content, it actually takes a bunch of effort, right? A lot of you guys don't really see the behind the scenes of us making content, but it takes a long time to research for an idea. It takes a long time for us to make the thumbnail and title combination. And then also the editing takes several hours depending on how big the video is. And so all of that, the whole video kind of ideation takes a long time. And to have somebody kind of just go off and steal whether one of those things or the whole thing entirely, it's really toxic. That kind of feeling that a YouTuber gets after realizing that somebody else took their hard work, that's the toxic behavior that I actually wanted to discuss. So it doesn't really make sense as to why other YouTubers do this. If everybody's had this happen to them, and I've talked to several YouTubers where this has happened, it's the worst thing, and it doesn't make sense to me why somebody would actually go ahead and do that. As mentioned, I'm not about hating, right? The whole point of the video was to actually do an expose on the situations that happens behind the scenes where, there's people that are stealing content in the Resident Evil community. And I did that without actually naming anybody. I did not flat out name that this person was stealing content. I never did that. And the other thing that I should also mention too is that I never did this to start drama or to start beef. As mentioned, this was an expose to showcase that this stuff is happening behind the scenes. And as many of you guys know on the channel, if you guys watch my content, you guys know that I don't like drama. I don't like beef, which is why I never named anybody. Anyways, there's nothing more to say on this update, but thank you to everybody that watched that hour-long video that saw all of that. But in any case, now we're actually going to go back to our regular content. So thank you so much for watching.